Alright, race fans, welcome to another exciting night of racing here with eNascar Outlaw League as they get ready here in the ARCA cars to take on Charlotte Motor Speedway here tonight. It's going to be a fun race as we're winding down this season, and soon in a couple weeks we're going to be getting ready to start the playoffs. But welcome everybody here tonight as they are now into qualifying, starting out their first round here on here at Charlotte, first lap. But man, did I ever mess that up. But I do apologize. I had a little audio issue going on there. But welcome everybody on Facebook and YouTube. But tonight I am going to be happy to bring up in the booth here tonight Mr. Good Old Lee Tidwell, and we're going to have Brandon Coley joining us tonight. And I know you're laughing at me because I messed it all up, and I'm going to hand it over to you.
No, I can't. Okay, so when Robert's doing his intros, we cannot hear him.
Yeah.
But the way that my stream pulls up, it automatically pulls up the closed caption. So I'm reading what you're saying, and I'm just cracking up going, oh my gosh, what is he even talking about?
Yeah, hey, Facebook could even be messing up every once in a while too, man.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Monday night ARCA Madness with eNascar Outlaw League on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Lee Tidwell, Robert A. Moya Jr., and joining us in the booth this evening, Brandon Coley. We are high atop the press box at Charlotte Motor Speedway as we get set for 150 laps of ARCA action. Brandon, I've been looking forward to this all day. Monday nights is the nights that I love to sit down and watch these ARCA cars. These guys know how to put on a show.
Yeah, every race so far this season has come down to a nail-biting finish, and the races themselves throughout the field have been really close, and these cars are a lot of fun. So we're looking forward to see who comes out on top tonight and who can play a good strategy.
Qualifying times being laid down as we speak. Elward will sit on the pole at the moment with a 30.604. Vickery in second with a 36.75. Henley third, 36.80. And then Ken Seams in fourth with a 30.730. That's actually going to do it for qualifying? No, we still have 2 minutes. There's still cars rolling around. And let's see if anyone's going to be able to take that pole from Elward in the number 44. Almost a 30.5. I mean, that's fast around Charlotte.
Well, I'm kind of surprised that the times are as slow as they are right now. I figured they might be about a 10th quicker, maybe 2/10 quicker, based on what I ran, just testing out, seeing what they were in for tonight.
Yeah, so I didn't do that. So I have no idea how this track is going to run. And I saw where you were asking questions day, night, and all these things. So, it's going to be great to get your insight tonight here at Charlotte in the ARCA cars. And we'd like to thank the fine sponsors that bring you the ARCA machines here on eNascar Outlaw League on Monday nights. They are BlackGate Security Agency. BlackGate Security Agency is veteran-owned and operated in Erie, Pennsylvania, offering the highest trained and skilled security professionals in the industry. Check them out at www.blackgatesecurity.com. And also brought to you by Choice Ink. Choice Ink screen printing and embroidery. Choice Ink is your answer for all of your custom apparel needs. Start your project today at www.choiceinkct.com or give them a call at 860-554-1500. That is Choice Ink, screen printing and embroidery. ChoiceInkCT.com. Brandon, some great sponsors who are happy to watch the Monday Night Madness with the ARCA cars here on eNascar Outlaw League. Yes, I got the name right. And I know you've watched a few races. What are some of your takeaways coming into this, and what are you expecting to see tonight?
Well, I'm kind of expecting to see a lot of familiar faces up at the front. I know Brandon Browning, he's been pretty quick on these 1.5 miles. Looking back to Texas, some of those guys, this is about the most similar track that they've run so far to Charlotte. And we have Ken Seams, Brandon Browning, Paul Henley looking to see if he can come back after last week and put on a good running.
Yep, so we get set to set your starting grid here this evening. At Charlotte Motor Speedway, Devin Elward will take the pole in the number 44 with a 30.604. Paul Henley is second in the number 29. The number 17 of Jeff Vickery will start in third. Ken Zeems in the number 40 will begin in fourth position. Robert Lawrence in the number 39 in fifth. Gary Rogers in the number 43 will be in sixth position. In the seventh spot will be Preston Michael in that number 4 car. The number 49 of Dennis Lawrence in the 8th position. Kyle Spees will begin in 9th in the number 36. Kenny Zeems will begin in 10th at number 14. The number 23 of Drew Bordeaux will begin in 11th position. Josh Carter in 12th and that number 21. The number 27 of Charles Teed making his league debut over here will begin in the 13th position. Robert Revel, the number 38, will begin in 14th. Patrick Stein in 15th in the number 11. The number 12 of Stephen Ford in 16th position. Brandon Browning in 17th position. He is the number 48 car. The number 9 of Christopher Lawrence begin in 18th. In 19th position, Daryl Arnold in 20th. Matthew Bielik, 21st. Shane LaDue. In 22nd, Tyler Phillips, 23. And Joaquin Meza, 24th. Drew Halloran, I got that one. And in 25th, Chris Malcolm. My goodness gracious, do we have a starting grid for tonight at Charlotte in the ARCA cars? It makes me even more excited to know that we got 25 cars starting here tonight, and it's 150 laps of ARCA action. Kylie, I can't wait.
It's really going to be excited. I'm kind of anxious to see these first few laps with this many people. Hopefully they can keep it off each other and let the tires wear in and kind of stretch it out and see who's got what.
I know Mr. Kenneth Blackbird is out there, and he is our promo guy, our PR guy, as Robert likes to call him. He's got our menu. We'll talk about that if and when we have a caution, and if not, we'll find a way to fit it in. But we are going to get set to get started at Charlotte with eNascar Outlaw League on Freeky Fast Broadcasting. Time of day, what time of day is it, Colin?
Looking like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Could be. Yeah, I have no idea. It's bright and sunny in Charlotte. I'm just trying to build time until they come around. Man, this pace car is like a snail.
Yeah, I was never very good with military time, so I always get a bit confused looking at it.
All right. Somebody was cleaning their glass. I don't know what he meant by that, but here we go. Getting ready to go. Green flag. Barney the flag guy says, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And here we go. Green flag. And Elward's going to get a heck of a start here for 150 laps at Charlotte Motor Speedway with eNascar Outlaw League. Lee Tidwell and Brandon Colley in the booth with you. Rob Avoya behind the scenes as we go into one. Vickery will be in second, battling along with Paul Henley. Henley strong on that high side, going to take second position. Vickery falls back in third. Lawrence will be in fourth. In fifth will be Ken Zeems as we go down the backstretch into 3. Oh, the 39. Ward's now kind of checked up there a bit. Ken Zeems going to ride up to the back end of him. We come out of 4, first lap complete. And the front is kind of evened out, but we going back into the field, and it's getting kind of crazy back there. Let's go to the 27 of Teed. Yeah, he's back in that hornet's nest. Oh, somebody's in the wall. Somebody's into the wall already. The number 23 of Drew Bordeaux. He spun all across that wall, just ran that side down there, Collie, and Charlotte collects its first victim of the evening. But no yellow. We will come across the line, lap number 3, and look at Elward, Collie. He is pulling out that lead.
Yeah, he right off the start there pulled out a decent gap. He's been able to maintain it, and second and third squared it away, and they're looking to chase him down here. But from fourth on back, we got still a good chunk of cars.
Yeah, Robert Warren's in that 39, keeps losing positions. He gained a lot, it seemed like, there at the beginning. Now he's back down to 6. It seems like he ran a lot closer to the front than that, because I've watched him fall back, it seems like 3 positions. We come across the line. Elward will continue to lead. Henley second, Vickery third. Ken Zeems in fourth. Kyle Spees will round out your top 5 here at Charlotte. The 14 of Kenny Zeems looking to try to make a run here. He was not in the race think it was last week, if I am not mistaken. Robert, correct me in my ear if I'm wrong, but I think Kenny missed the race last week. Dropping down to the inside, Kenny Zings battling Robert Warrens for that 6th position. Yeah, Zings trying to make a redemption here from last week since he wasn't able to make it. And making that pass over Warrens, Preston Michael will be behind them, followed by Gary Rogers. Gary Rogers makes me think of Kenny Rogers, which makes me say. Golly, that's where you talk.
I'm just cycling through the field here, looking to see anybody that may be making some headway on the guys in front of them, trying to figure out who might be saving just a little bit early on. Because what I saw earlier in my testing is once the sun's up, that right front cooks pretty badly. So if you can keep that underneath you, you'd be pretty good once the run stretches out.
Yeah, they've all pretty much fell single file here. Except for back there exiting 4. That's going to be in about 8th position. Is Preston Michael involved in that? No, it's even back farther than him. 3 sets of tires here this evening, Collie. So pit strategy, what would these guys be looking at?
Well, hearing that they've got the rule, if it stays green 50 laps, they're going to throw a yellow for it. It changes it up a lot. Fuel, you can make it 60, 65 laps, so kind of takes the strategy out of the fuel game. Tires, they're going to be struggling a bit towards the end, because from the first lap to lap 20, you're losing about half a second every 5 laps, and it kind of plateaus after there.
Yep, so we're going to go back to the 49 of Dennis Lawrence. He is battling the 21 of Josh Gardner. Gardner on the high side, the 49 on the low side. That's Warrens, Dennis Warrens. Not to be mistaken by Robert Warrens. And Gardner will make the pass and go into that top 10 spot here at Charlotte.
I think the high side's going to be the place to be on the worn tires. You seem to be able to carry a bit more speed, and especially if somebody's trying to make a pass, you can pitch them down and carry a lot more momentum. So I'd be looking for that.
Yeah, Teed now looking to overtake Dennis Warrens. Trying to snip to the inside there. And once again, he's trying in that tryover, and I think in one he's going to get that nose to the inside. That's going to send Warrens back. One more spot. Oh, almost a more touchdown. And then we got the 9 of Christopher Lawrence. Hot to trot coming up right behind Warrens as well. Warrens is now fallen 4 spots. And going to be 5 by the time we complete 3 and 4. I believe the 9 of Christopher Lawrence will get around him before the start finish. Watch him prove me wrong. Watch him prove me wrong.
Yeah, he held his own coming out of 4 there, that's for sure.
Man, Dennis Warrens proved me wrong. Don't tell my wife. She'll be trying to hire him. Lap 11 of 150. Got a little bit of action back here. Behind the 9, that's going to be the 8 of Matthew Bielek.
I'm
Bielek and Rev.
Sorry, Lee. I happened to glance up at the front. It looks like Paul Henley made the pass for the lead on Devin Allward. Yeah,
when did that happen? We were looking back. We were like, all right, let's find some stuff. And then, quietly as though a thief throughout the night, Paul Henley snuck up and took the lead right out from the nose of everyone, including Elton.
Yeah, it's one of those guys that I mentioned pre-race to watch out for, and he's proven me right here. To see what 12 laps in, and he already went in, and then he won the truck race last Tuesday.
Yeah, Elward's still right behind him though, 0.2 of a second. It's about the lead. Third place Jeff Vickery's kind of in no man's land, no draft to be found. I'd like to say hello to everyone out there on the Facebooks and the YouTubes and the interwebs. No matter if you're joining us through the Ethernet or the Wiffies. Hello to everyone joining us on social media for your Monday night Arkham Madness on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. eNascar Outlaw League taking on Charlotte Motor Speedway. Lee Tidwell and Brandon Colley bringing you all the action with Robert Moya in the booth. And I'd like to say hello and thank you to everyone that's joining us out there. I see some reacts that are coming, and that warms my heart. It truly does. It was a rough week at work last week. Today was not much better. But to see the reacts coming on Facebook and to see the likes and the subscribes coming on YouTube does ease the pain that is my natural life. So please help me out there if you don't mind. As we go back to the track, Henley with the lead, Elbert in second position, exiting 2. And Colley, they have pulled out a huge lead over 3 Jeff Vickery. It's going to be about a second and a half there. Henley and Elward looking to kind of do the distance. We're lap 15. And as you said, if we stay green, we'll have a caution on lap 50.
Yeah, I was looking at it, and they've just checked out. Elward's he's kept with him pretty nicely since the past.
Third, Vickery and Seams. At least I think it is. Trying to get my camera back there. Yes, it is. Vickery and Seams are battling for third. Where did Kent Seams come from? He must have saved some tire or something.
Yeah, well, another one that I mentioned.
Yeah, it sure is. And Vickery's going to take that high line. And here comes Seams trying to chase down Elward and Henley. And those boys can battle. And then you've also got Kyle Spees now at 4 spots. Now you're starting to see some of those race leaders and names that you've heard us say week in and week out making their way through the field and starting to take their position there at the top.
Looking at who's that there, Jeff Vickery. I think he may have used up a little bit too much of that right front. You saw him, I think, in 3 and 4 when Ken made the pass. He got up really high. It looks to be falling back now.
Yeah, and Colley, I'm supposed to ask you. Oh, we got a caution. Where is that? Kenny Seams, the 14, might have been involved in that. Patrick Stein, the 14 did spin.
He got a bit of help there.
Yeah, the 43 got into the back end of him. 43, Gary Rogers, spun Seams. And who else did you say, Robert? All right, so Matthew Bielek. Bielek is going to be in the 8 car. So the 8 of Bielek goes 1 and 2, gets a good run here. Comes. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
might have been some miscommunication on the caution.
Yeah, and we have our first of this evening here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for eNascar Outlaw League. It is our first pit party on lap 19 as the entire field will come down. Now, Colley, who takes just 2 tires, who takes 4, and Henley quickly off.
Now, I don't think anybody takes 2. If I heard right, they only have 3 sets. Like you guys were talking about last night. With the new tire limits, it adds a lot of strategy to the races rather than just coming down and everybody getting 4 every time. But it almost completely gets rid of the 2-tire strategy because you just can't afford to give up a set like that.
Yeah, Henley came out really quick. So yeah, we had a few that had some lower pit stop times than others. It's like most of them average that 35-ish, so that'll be all 4. And then Robert just gave us a rundown, and my memory is so bad. There it is. Preston Michael had a short stop. Henley had a 7.15 second stop. Am I reading that correctly, Robert? Yeah. Ken Zeems with 7.32. Jeff Vickery is 7.27. Robert Warren 7.27. So all the way back down to Elward, who fell to 6, down 5 spots, had a 14.95. So we saw some different strategies. Now to figure out what was who and who done it.
Yeah. Normally, if you're taking 2 tires, you'll see around like 8 to 9 seconds.
Fuel only?
I don't know if you'd go fuel only. Maybe these guys are trying to save a set. I mean, it'd probably be smart with the way the tires wear. But if it were me, I'd be taking one early because you can get away with not taking them later in the race when the track cools down.
And that's why we have you in the booth. So we'd like to remind everyone about the fine sponsors that bring you Freaky Fast Broadcasting each and every night of the week, except for Friday, because Fridays are for the ladies. That's right. It's ladies' night. We take care of the wifeys on Fridays, but they proud sponsors of Freaky Fast Broadcasting are the ButtKicker and the Gamer2. Every game deserves a truly immersive experience, and the ButtKicker Gamer2 lets you feel every detail, from subtle footsteps to the rumble of a V10-powered race car, from ambient environmental effects to the power of a nearby explosion. By moving to physical mass instead of only air like traditional speakers, the Gamer2 provides an instant, accurate, powerful bass response. It's all perfectly in sync with every game with no additional software required. Check out the Gamer2 at thebuttkicker.com. Use promo code FreakyFast20. That's Freaky with 2 E's, FreakyFast20. For 20% off your order of the ButtKicker and the ButtKicker.com, your order of the Gamer2. There we go. Dyslexia. Gamer2 at the ButtKicker.com, FreakyFast20, 20% off promo code. Too long didn't read. There we go. Next, going to be Electronic Express, your electronics superstore at headquarters. ElectronicExpress.com, having everything you could possibly want from a brand new kitchen package. Maybe you need a new refrigerator. Maybe you want a new washer and dryer. Maybe you need a new 85-inch Samsung television, because they got them there at Electronic Express. Maybe you just need a Roku box or an Apple TV, new laptop, tablet, a Canon camera, a car audio, all of your electronic needs. Even a blender to make martinis. I don't know if you make martinis in a blender. I think you do. But electronicexpress.com, check it out. Also brought to you by iPitting and the iPitting board. The iPitting board is a web tool designed for iRacing teams. It helps you create an iRacing series board for all your teammates and provides a clear vision of every data point that they need, from schedules, results, championship points, standings, and much more. It's also a great help for your team's community manager, which can use the tool to share on social networks of your team's achievements, their broadcasts, their standings. Oh, it makes their job so much easier that you don't even have to pay them anymore. That's the iPitting board at iPitting.com. Fellas, we are getting set sooner or later to go back green here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're on lap 22 of 150. Paul Henley will continue to lead. Ken Zeems in second. Jeff Vickery in third. Robert Warren's in fourth, and Kyle Spees in fifth. Elward falls back to sixth. Preston Michaels to seventh. Dennis Warren's in eighth. Christopher Lawrence ninth, and Brandon Browning makes his first appearance of the evening in the top 10.
Now, Lee, since it was brought up to me here, Alex asked to tell you guys where I've got my setup. I had to move it to the back deck, so I'm sitting outside here with my computer hooked up, doing the broadcast tonight. It is very hot outside.
That's dedication, and now I feel bad for wishing a deer would attack you.
I'll send you guys a picture of it later.
Big thank you to Brandon Colley joining us here this evening. Runs on Saturdays and Sundays, and had to move his whole setup and able to join us because wifey's works at home. Is that what it is? I forgot.
Yeah, my girlfriend works at home. Our computers are in the same room, so I can't be hooting and hollering while she's trying to take calls for her job. So thought I'd save her the headache and move it outside tonight.
Yeah, and you can't. This one says praying for rain hashtag. But you braving the elements for us, man. Big huzzah to you. Green flag. Here we go. Lap 24 as we cross the line. Hindley will lead them down. Ken Zeems will be on the high side. Woo, they bunch it up now. Big Green Warren says, I'm going to make my presence known. Big Green, we got a caution. The 43 was involved, right? No, the 3 of Tyler Phillips. What happens here? The 3 didn't understand what happens when you hit the gas too hard in ARCA cars on cold tires. The outside wall said, hi, I'm your new friend. And then threw him off and said, I don't want to be your friend no more. And then he's going to get caught by the inside wall as the rebound lover. So that will bring us back under caution on lap 24 of 150 at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
That was.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Lee. That was something I was hoping to wait to bring up till later in the broadcast when they possibly had to restart on old tires. But you definitely don't want to spin the tires here. I've ended up on the hook in the infield many times for somebody spinning the tires.
Yep, so we will go back under caution. I doubt anybody brings it. But it shows you how long these caution laps are here. We didn't get a full lap, so we will start single file. But they pitted on lap 19. Across the line this time is lap 26. These tires are technically 7 laps old, but have never run a lap of green flag racing.
It shouldn't affect them too bad. Maybe help get a little bit more heat into them before they go back to green, actually get a full speed lap in. It's really loose in going into one on fresh tires.
These cars are so fun to drive them. They really are, and especially on a track like here at Charlotte, any of the 1.5 milers, Charlotte, Texas, Miami, Kentucky, you name it. They're so fun to drive on in the ARCA cars, where if the trucks, they're all right, but in the cup cars, after you race them a few times, you're like, yeah, let's not do 1.5 miles anymore. That's not cool. Let's do some more shorter tracks and stuff. But these ARCA cars on 1.5 miles, they're so much fun. This is like their super speedway.
Oh, I love these things. It's just they're a handful. You really have to wheel them in a lot of places, as opposed to, like you said, the cup car, where just due to the way that the cup cars are, they're so planted. Very rarely will you have a setup where it'll get you loose. But these things, man, they're just so much fun. It's always a blast. Doesn't matter where you're running.
No, it really doesn't. Because I mean, you could be up front, you could be all the way in the back, but you play your cards right. I mean, let's look at our field as we speak. Henley's up 1 spot, Zeems up 2. Our big jumpers right now. Speed's up 4 spots to 5th. Elward down 5 spots to 6th. Christopher Lawrence up 9 spots to 9th. Brandon Browning up 7 to 10th. Daryl Arnold up 6 to 13th. Shane Ledoux up 7 to 14th. Drew Halloran up 8 to 16th. I mean, you got a lot of guys. Gary Rogers, he's the one I feel bad for. He's dropped 15 spots all the way back to the back of the pack, 21st position.
Well, looking at it, it seems like Rogers got an EOL penalty when he made contact with the 14 earlier. So now he's going to have to battle back. He put himself in a box here.
Yeah, there's some penalties here that could hurt you. I mean, ARCA's made for racing, but you still got to at least make an attempt at times. So we bring it down the backstretch, and those lights. Come on, am I fast forward? Yeah, I'm live. The lights are still flashing. These are the longest daggum caution laps ever.
I think they should be coming to 1 this lap. I hope so. Yeah, they're these laps definitely taking forever. So I'm kind of glad they shortened them at the bigger tracks to only have 2 or 3, I think, now.
Yeah, I forgot.
Otherwise,
we called Daytona last night. We called Daytona, and the cautions seem much more manageable. I mean, these seem so uber long, and I know it's out of necessity at the moment. Goodness.
if you end up with a race where there's a lot of cautions, you get pretty bored just riding around.
At 54 miles an hour. That's how fast
doesn't feel
Brandon
right.
Browning's going at the moment. No, it's Paul Henley. Henley is going right at 55. He's got cruise control set.
It will give them a good chance to try to save some fuel. I don't know if it's going to matter much with the new rule that they have, but maybe somebody's taking advantage of it.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, that 50 lap rule is not like has to be on lap 50, so it restarts at the drop of the green flag. So, we could run 50 more on top of this before there would be the competition caution or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's from the last green flag. So, we could be at 50, 60, 78 laps before we would 79 laps before we saw the competition caution.
Well, thinking based on what I estimated the fuel mileage to be, I think if they go green here and then they run out the 50 laps, I think it completely gets rid of any need to pit for fuel. Nobody's going to be in any danger of running out or anything. Everybody's going to be pretty well safe. So we'll see if maybe I'm wrong and it's right at the edge. That'll be interesting to see.
Interesting if true. That's one of my favorite Futurama quotes. Here we go. Pace car comes off. Single file restart. Didn't get that full lap of green flag racing in on the last one. Green flag waves. Burning the flag guy says, come on, fellas, let's go. Paul Henley brings them down the front stretch. Seems in second. Vickery, Wards, and then Speeds will be your top 5 going into 1. We will stay single file until Robert Wards now tucks to the inside of Vickery and will overtake him going down the backstretch. Look at Elward. Elward says, I'm just going to fly by ever. I'm going to fly like an eagle. Devin Elward, as he's now looking to go the inside of Wards coming out of 4. Devin Elward up to 4th position now. Man, he is uber fast. Passed 2 guys in one fell swoop. And now he's looking to chase down the 39 of Robert Wards and move into 3rd position. Almost dropped to that apron, Brandon.
Yeah, he's looking really strong. I don't know what happened to the 17, if he got loose, or if maybe he's just saying, hey guys, go ahead. I don't want to burn out my stuff right now.
Yeah, Elward, he's not giving two shakes of a rat tail about it right now. He is looking to find a way to pass Robert Wards for 3rd position. Paul Henley says, hey fellas, I'm out. He takes off. Ken Ziem says, I will follow. Preston Michael went way high on that one too.
Yeah, it looks like Paul and Ken have pulled out over to 2nd now, so they're definitely getting after it. Wondering if we get a long green flag run, how quickly these guys will be able to catch them, or if they're going to be really good at saving those tires, pushing it like they are.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting factor. As now Elward right to the backside of Wards, going into 1 and 2. It looks like Wards actually has he's got a strong car in 1 and 2, but then that exit down the backstretch, you can see Elward using that draft. Now also got Speeds right behind him, helping out a little bit. Now it's going to make it to the inside of Robert Wards, overtake that 3rd position. Kyle Speeds will be in 5th and pulls up to the backside of Wards.
I think Robert saw him coming, got that big run out of 2, and just said, you know what, man, I don't want to try to fight you here. It's too early to run the high side and burn up my tires. Just gave him a nice courtesy wave, let him go on by.
Looks like it might be doing the same thing with Speeds. No, Speeds is going to fall back behind him. I don't know if he decided to hold up himself or if Warren's decided to race him into 3, but fell back in line. Now will duck down to the inside. And look at Elward. The 44 of Elward now going to challenge for 2nd. Right behind Ken Ziem.
Once he got by Robert, he just took off. He said, all right, we're getting every bit of good out of these tires we can. We're going to go for the lead here.
Yeah, he has got a monster run here. All the way to the backside of our 2nd place Ken Ziem. A 1 second lead for Paul Henley now. Elward will dive to the inside, will overtake that lead. Now it's a 1 second gap. Elward and Elward and Henley. Let's see this transpire, shall we?
I'm going to try to go in the in-car here and see what Paul's doing, how he's managing the car.
He's dropping it like there's no tomorrow from my press box view. He's now got a half a second gap between him and the third place of Ken James. Henley now with only a 0.7 of a second. He made up 0.3 of a second that one lap.
No, he's definitely getting after it, that's for sure.
Fastest lap, 30.905, was run by Devin Elward on lap number 2. His last lap, 31.742, was the fastest out of the field by almost a second.
Wow, that is, he's definitely putting down some quick laps here. He wants to lead some laps and probably take the lead. He's hoping he's going to keep it.
Elward will come across the line this time with a 0.4 of a second gap between himself and Paul Henley. Oh, Garner. Garner got the wall and got rear-ended. Garner, what number is he? The number 21. We watched it. Y'all watched it live. I didn't get to see it. Let's see here. Yeah, the 21 gets that outside wall, just rides it around, and then he didn't see him coming when he pulled down.
Yeah, those other guys did a really good job of missing him going into 1. That could have been a lot worse for a lot of other people.
It really could. So that will bring out another caution here. Be lap 38 of 150. There's some debating going on through the radio chatter about the 50-lap competition caution.
From the sound of it, it seems like they're confirming how you were explaining it there, Lee.
Yeah, just listen to me. I'm the guy from Big in the claw machine. You can give me the money, I'll give you a wish. And it looks like Henley will come in. Whoa, Elward, he thought about staying out. He almost caught one of those yellow barrels, as we're going to have our second pit party of the evening here at Charlotte on eNascar Outlaw League. As looks like most of the top guys will pit. Spees will stay out, though. The number 36 on the car, number 5 in your standings tonight, now moves up to number 1. Spees will stay out. Brandon Browning up to second position, stays out. Preston Michael stays out. Everybody else pits.
Looked at Alward's pit. He only took fuel. These other guys that took tires, I don't know if I'd want to take tires at this point with having limited sets like this, but they're going to be dicing through the field. They're going to be 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds faster than these guys that stayed out. So if they can get around these guys cleanly, they should be able to check out.
Absolutely, as we are under caution, and caution means it's food time. Let's go to the wise words of Mr. Kenneth Blackburn, who tells us that Charlotte Motor Speedway food is a variety of food, such as nachos, hamburgers, and I'm starting to feel like a lot of this is copy and paste of this. Man, if you've been giving me the same one for like multiple broadcasts, and you've been playing this huge practical joke on us, you've accomplished about 5 weeks and 4 broadcasts per week of because this looks like, Robert, I need you to go to another broadcast and see if Ken is trolling me.
The elaborate ruse finally coming to light.
Because I can almost close my eyes. The variety of foods such as nachos, hamburgers, and hot dogs can be found in concession stands around the Speedway. There also include a number of independent vendors, including pizza, barbecue, etc. I know I've said etc. at the end. Ken trolled me for like 20 dadgum races.
This begs the question, if you've noticed, I added a few things on my car just to mess with you.
No, man, I sit high atop the press box, man. I never truly see it. They just look like colorful little blobs to me.
Oh yeah, I got Outback Steakhouse on the hood, Oreos on the fenders, and I've even got a pizza roll pit box.
Man, you make it at the Munchie Mobile.
Oh yeah, man, love me some pizza rolls.
Man, now I want pizza rolls. If my daughter make me pizza rolls, that'd be good. Pizza rolls in ARCA, I can handle that. We are on lap 40 of 150 here at Charlotte with your Monday Night Madness, your ARCA night on Freaky Fast Broadcasting with eNascar Outlaw League. Robert, we've come to Charlotte many times, and I have yet to be able to acquire a funnel cake. Robert's trying to find his mute button.
Yeah, I had to unmute myself. Haven't had a funnel cake. I don't think they sell funnel cakes in Charlotte.
Something about the Carolinas and funnel cake. I don't know why they're they want to cancel funnel cakes, but
Wow.
it's happened here in Charlotte.
People run across the track and throw powder all over the track.
Oh, it's so good. Funnel cakes, man. Hey, I think what's even better than powdered sugar funnel cakes
is a bacon cheeseburger.
I was gonna say drizzle with fudge, man. That stuff.
Oh, fudge on a funnel cake?
Yes.
Have you had a pumpkin funnel cake yet?
I don't like pumpkins.
Oh, you don't like pumpkins?
No.
Oh, then never mind.
Now,
Okay.
as somebody who grew up in South Carolina, if you want funnel cakes, you got to go to the fair, man. That's
Yep.
they got them everywhere there.
Can't go to the fair this year, though, can we, boys?
No, we cannot.
Yeah. Man, I missed it. I didn't get to go amusement park this year. I didn't get to go on a Redneck Hillbilly Cruise this year. I didn't get to go. I didn't get to do any of that stuff. My normal yearly routine of, during the summer we go to an amusement park, and then in October we do a Halloween cruise, and that's just what we do. And it do it this year. So stop.
You know what we could have, though? I'm hungry for some fried Oreos.
Dude, fried Oreos, fried Snickers, fried Twinkies, just fried chicken. Now I want to go to the Renaissance Festival.
Oh, now you're
The big
speaking my
old turkey
language.
leg.
All right, I'm muting myself. Guys, you're taking over. I'll see you at the end.
Robert is boogieing on out of this food conversation as we get set to go green in one lap. This is going to be interesting, Brandon. Your top three, Speeds, Brandon, and Michael, did not pit. And then you've got uber fast Devin Elward, who is in fourth position. Eek.
Now, I don't know who the first one is on fresh tires. Alward, he's been fast with the heat cycles. We'll see if he can keep up the speed he had. But man, I just think they're gonna get freight trained here. If Paul gets a good restart.
So we will bring her to 3 on lap 42. The meaning of life is right now. Lap 42 of 150. If you have not watched Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, what is wrong with you? Watch it immediately after this broadcast. Do not, I repeat, do not turn this broadcast off to go watch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. No, stay right here. And let's get back to green flag racing with the eNascar Outlaw League on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Lee Tidwell and Brandon Colley high atop the press box here. Brandon sitting outside green. Sacrificing his own personal comfort to bring you this awesome race ARCA action this evening. Bringing them to the line, Kyle Speeds, Brandon Browning will be 1-2. Preston Michael 3. And look at Elward. Elward's going to now go to the high side to start working on Preston Michael. Whoa, and then we got Hindley dropping to the low side. Michael had to be split. There goes Wards. There goes everybody else. Goodness, Preston Michael falls all the way back to 11th position. And if you'd have sneezed, you'd have missed it.
Them fresh tires, that was a lot of confidence to make that move.
Good gosh. That's ARCA, baby. Kyle Speeds will continue to lead. Browning will remain in second. Elder will be in third. Henley fourth. Robert Warren's fifth. And Charles Teed has moved up to 6. Ken Zeems in 7th, Victory 8th. Robert Rebel 9th, and Christopher Lawrence in 10th position. Now look at Elward, looking at the high side of Brandon Browning. Henley's going to follow along with Wards. And then we got the 40 of Ken Zeems coming up flying. Elward's going to make a clean pass over Browning. And now Henley to the high side will overtake Browning for 3rd position. Robert Ward's now right behind him. Ken Zeems coming up behind him. And as you said, starting to get freight train is Brandon Browning.
Elward's really surprised me. I didn't think he'd have that kind of speed, but he's getting right back after it.
Yeah, Elward is now down to half a second behind Kyle Speeds. And look, we got some racing back here in about 6th position, the 27 of Charles Teed. Charles Teed is sitting in 6th position. And now driving to the backside of Robert Warren's, looking to make it into the top 5 here, is newcomer to the league, number 27, Charles Teed. Teed now coming out of 4, sniffing to the inside. Elward making a strong pass and will take the lead over from Speeds. Speeds, and now Henley looking to overtake Speeds for 2nd position. Racing in the front, boys. Oh, they got close. Speeds not going to give it up easy. Going to take the high side. Here comes Henley. Door to door down the backstretch. Race for 2nd position. It's new tires versus old, and new will always win. Henley now in the 2nd position. Speeds will fall back to 3rd. Ken Zeems will move up to 4th. Warden's in 5th. Teed will remain in 6th position for the moment. Teed lost some momentum during that, fellas, as he was right to the back of Warden's and now has fallen back just a bit. Looks like he might have had a lift.
Yeah, I was watching Paul during that restart. He didn't get off as well as I thought he would, and thought maybe he was trying to save a little bit, but once he charged up there, he told me to get rid of that thought because he's going for it.
Yeah, Henley is not going to let Wards take off and leave him. As we come out of 4, Devin Elward in the number 44 and Paul Henley, number 29, will be leading this race, lap 49 of 150. And Elward's been strong every race that we have called. No matter where we go, has always been strong. The number 40 now of Ken Zeems has moved up. We got a lot of movement back here. Drop on back on the camera if you hadn't already. So we got Ken Zeems in 4th. Robert Wards will be in 5th. Then you go back there. Speeds and Teed are raced along with the 17 of Vickery. Teed on the low side, Vickery on the high side. And now Teed on the inside of Kyle Speeds will overtake him. Charles Teed makes his appearance in the top 5. Now Vickery is going to drop down to the inside of Speeds and, drove up the track a little bit there, guys. But Vickery overtakes the spot.
This has been some really intense race, and these guys are all over the place. I can't believe there have more wrecks than there has.
Henley looking for the lead to the inside, coming out of 2. Door to door with Devin Elward. We go down the backstretch. Henley will have a nose lead as we cross the big jumbotron in the middle of the backstretch. Going into 3. Henley on the inside, Elward on the outside. Looking to power through, and I think Elward's going to give him that spot. Maybe try a crossover. No, he's going to fall back in position. And Paul Henley will regain the lead here on lap 52 of 150 at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Looking at it, I think I may have been wrong about Elward not taking tires because he's keeping up with him a lot better than the other guys were. But I could have swore I didn't see his car jack up. Maybe he just saved a lot that last run.
We'll drop back, take a look again. The number 40 of Ken Zeems will be in 3rd. Comfortable position for him. Number 39 of Robert Wards will be in 4th. He's got Charles Teed right behind him. Then Vickery, then Revel has now made it up into the 7th position. We come through the tri-oval to cross the start-finish line. Teed will catch a little bit up there to Robert Wards, but then look at Vickery along with the number 7. Who's the number 7? Oh, it's actually Robert Revel, the 38. Guess what? You're what's his name tonight. So we come out of 3. What's his name's going to dive down to the inside, looking to overtake Def Vickery. Not going to do it. And Vickery will retain the position. Now looking to the high side of T. Going out of the trioval now into 1. Watch his face will dive down to the inside. Vickery will work the high side of T. He now goes down to the inside. This will be a race for 5th position. Vickery on the high side will have 5th, followed by Elward, then what's his name? T. Man, no. Vickery goes way high, looking to maybe take Lawrence. T. Has to get out of the throttle. What's his name? Drops down to the inside. Vickery will come away with 5th position. Teed in 6th. Watch his face in 7th. In that skull machine. Into 1. Oh, Gimmick Face will overtake the position and be right behind Elward, sitting in 5th position. Nope. Elward. No, not Elward. Charles T. That's going to be in 7th position. Teed in 6th. Vickery in 5th. Robert Warrens is in 4th, and now look at Vickery making a run on Robert Warren. So we've got some movement going on here, 4th on back. The 3rd place of Ken Zeems has got a comfortable cushion, and then Paul Henley and Devin Elwards in their own reality at the moment.
See, I'm trying to figure out how these guys are really doing well to buy these guys as quickly as possible, because you really don't want to have to battle somebody side by side for too long. You just give up so much time to the guys ahead of you, and you have to burn so much just to get it back. So you've really got to be decisive on these passes.
So the number 30 of Daryl Arnold looking down to the inside of the 12 of Stephen Ford. Arnold is running a Mario Kart paint scheme. And then Ford right behind him is running that Jedi Master Yoda Pepsi machine. You know, sometimes I guess I need to change my camera angle and take a look at this paint scheme. We got some cool looking stuff out there. Henley has now pulled out a monster lead over Elward. It is 1.5 seconds. Brandon Henley is quick.
Yeah, I figured he would be. After the race we saw on the trucks last Tuesday, he's on a mission. He wants to win as much as possible. I mean, don't they all? But he's got the car to do it. That's for sure.
Coming out of turn 4, the front, it looks about like 6. It's going to be even more back than that. 7, 8 are going to be single file going into 1 and 2. No real battles going on there. If we drop back just a bit, the 48 of Brandon Browning running in 13th position. Browning now coming to the backside of Daryl Arnold and that Super Mario Kart machine. Browning looking to fight his way back. He's up 4 spots, Collie, from his starting position, but man, he was running close to the front there.
Yeah, I think on that restart he was second. He was definitely in the first 2 rows, but yeah, he dropped back pretty far with all these guys that took fresh tires, and now that they're starting to even out a bit, he's able to make some of that back, but I don't know how much further he's going to be able to go.
Henley will come across the start-finish line to lead, but Brandon Browning really is the guy making some moves. Kyle Spees is right there in front of him now, and maybe it's Arnold that's actually moving up the field. It is. Daryl Arnold's now up to 10th position. He passed Halloran there during that run, and now makes it into the top 10. So the number 30 of Devin Arnold up 13 spots. Nope, 9. Up 9 spots. 9.
Well, it looks like Super Mario was able to find out where they're hiding the mushrooms around this place, and I'd really like for him to fill me in where they're at.
Is it because you want to go fast or because you want to see Smurfs? I just want to know.
Mostly the fast.
62 of 150. As we come out of turn 2, Browning will continue to be behind Spees. And then Patrick Stein behind him. And then Stephen Ford, the number 12, will be in 15th position. That Mr. Yoda Pepsi machine. Let's see here. Let's move around the field. Let's see what else we got going on. The number 8 of Matthew Bielik coming back onto the track. Bielik, no, what happened to Bielik? Bielik not going real slow. Whoop! Bielik almost took Teed out. Teed had to pop up a little bit. Yeah, so Bielik falling back in the field. Teed passes him, and then Vickery does as well. Now Dennis Warrens will be behind him.
Hard to say what happened there. I don't know if he tried to short pit or something, but I mean, it looks like he's getting out of everybody's way. I don't know if these guys have a fast repair or anything, but he did have contact earlier in the race, and he might be down on power.
Brandon Browning, sitting back in 14th position, continues to race the 12 of Stephen Ford. Ford's been around a lot of stuff. Now, Ford making a run there on speeds on the high side. That's a battle for 13th position. Ooh, look at Ford. Go, Stephen Ford.
Powered right on by him on the outside coming out of 4. That was a great move.
Yeah, we've got some different action going on here and there. We try to find what's happening for you. But yeah, these guys have really spread out on this track. This long green flag is really giving them time to be able to get some distance, except for this pack right here, the 50 of Drew Halloran in 11th position. And then he's got Stephen Ford behind him in 12th. B's in 13th, Browning in 14th. And I just heard in my ear that the 48 is pitting this lap, so Browning will be pitting this time around. So we start seeing the pit stops, Collie.
Yeah, I think they're just not wanting to hang out on these old tires, try to gain some time back against the guys that might want to stay out a little bit longer. Definitely not for fuel at this point. So we'll see how much time they can make up and how long the guys that are out in the front decide to stay out.
I'd like to say hello to Mr. Cedric Hunter, who has joined us on the Facebook side of things. Hello, sir. And welcome to the Monday Night Arkham Madness on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. As Paul Henley continues to lead. Where is Paul Henley? I lost him. He is the number 29. There, no. Did Henley pit? No, Henley's got, oh my gosh. He's got a 3-second lead now, Brandon.
Yeah, he is just proven how quick he is. I think he's going to try a repeat of Vegas on Tuesday. Just lap everybody up to about 5th.
And now we have the 40 of Ken Zeems coming up behind Devin Elward. That's going to be a battle for 2nd position. Robert Warrens has moved up to 4th, and he is right behind Zeems. They all pass Shane LaDue and that Tide machine. He's riding in 16th position at the moment. Coming in to 3. Man, look at the 40 of Zeems. Man, he is strong. Either he is strong or the 44 of Devin Elward has fallen off. Let's look at the lap times when we come around. Elward ran a 33.1, his quickest lap of the quickest lap of the race, or of the lap, excuse me. 32.9 is what Zeems ran. That made no sense, but I guess it does when you look here now coming out of 2. The momentum that carried. Yeah, Elward. All right, Collie, time for a ride. Elward's just got a strong 1 and 2 car, where Zeems is strong 3 and 4.
It seems like Elward's figured out how to use that bump that they have going in. He can get the car to rotate a little bit better, but he's just 3 and 4 is really bumpy, and if you hit them bumps wrong, it really upsets the car. You can't quite keep it down where you want to. So I think he might be struggling there because it seems like the 40's got it figured out.
Yeah, but now Robert Ward's going to come to the backside of number 40 of NC. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. All right there together here at Charlotte Road, lap 71-150. Hello to everyone joining us there on the internet, no matter if you're watching us live here on August the 10th, 2020, or if you're watching us, sometime in the year 2035 on whatever devices you are using now. Welcome and thank you for joining us here on eNascar Outlaw League for the ARCA Series. We are at Charlotte Motor Speedway, lap 72 of 150, and now here comes Z. Going to make that run on the low side, Kylie.
He's been struggling to get by him here. He did a good job catching him, but as they say, it's one thing to catch somebody, it's another thing to pass them. He looks like Alward's being a bit defensive. If the 40 can just get a nose in going into 3, I think he'll be able to make that pass no problem, but he's having a hard time just getting into that position. And as I say that, it looks like he's just going to let him on by now.
Yeah, Elward just pulls up to the high side, going to let him by, and Robert Warren says, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take it too. Beep, never mind, here we go. Robert Warren is going to overtake Elward. He's going to now ride into 3rd position. Elward falls back into 4th, and now let's see if Kid Zeems, what he can do with Paul Henley. The lead will be, oh my goodness, the lead will be a whole bunch. 3.4 seconds.
Yeah, I don't have the data in front of me to show constant updated relatives, but definitely keep an eye on that to see if he can even shrink it a little bit.
So Henley will go into 1 and will continue with that lead. We're starting to see some pit stops starting. Vickery pitted at lap 72, Spees at 69, Bielek at 67. So, yeah, they're starting to slow. Patrick Stein at 74. So slowly but surely, starting to matriculate in for green flag runs. Or green flag pit stops, excuse me.
I think here, what Paul's trying to do is, he's got such a big lead that even with the guys on fresh tires, by the time he comes in, those early guys that pit like Brandon Browning, they're already 10 laps in, so they're a second off of what they were when they were fresh. So when he gets his, he's going to be a lot quicker and just extend that lead even more.
So Zeems will bring it around 4. Warrens will follow him. And it looks like those two are content, along with Elward, of just riding it out until they pit. Not a lot of push going on there. I look at my scoring pylon, and I don't see anyone else that is pitted.
Taking that new rule into consideration, they may not want to risk going a lap down and just wait for that caution to come out and hope that there's not another one before that.
Could be true. When was the last green flag, fellas? Anybody keep up with that? One of us needs a notepad.
They went back green at 43.
At 43. So that would put us 34 laps. Yeah, 34 laps on instead of, or 34 green flag laps. So if no caution, we'd have 16 with the competition yellow. Competition caution. Sounds so elegant, like a British guy should be saying it.
It looks like Zeems is.
No, I want to hear your British accent. I don't care about Zeems right now. I want to hear your British accent. I want you to say competition caution in a British accent.
Put me on the spot here.
Yep.
Competition caution.
That was pretty good. Pretty good there, Collie. Yep. That's what happens here on Freaky Fast. You never know what you might have to do if you join us in the booth. Did some more pit stops happening. Ken Zeems comes in. Robert Warrens is going to come in. Shane Ledoux will come in. And I'm starting to hear more and more on the radio. Henley just said he's coming in this time. Now we're going to get the shake-up.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, the guys definitely aren't at least these few guys. There might be some that try it still, but they weren't waiting for that caution after all. I think if somebody can stay out and run it out, they're going to be in really good position when they do throw that caution. A good chance for track position here.
Yeah, that's the thing about the 50 green flag laps, the competition caution comes out, is it resets every time the green flag drops. You never know, are you going to run the full 50 laps or are you not? So pit strategy still does kind of factor in, but you got an additional thing to think about as well. So interesting conspiracy theories could be had. Interesting strategies could be made. Races could be won or lost, depending on how the tires, so to speak, fall here at Charlotte. Here we go, country right there. Fall.
I'm really glad I never developed an accent when I was living down there.
Dude, it literally took me getting on television before I was able to break it. I was so bad. And my first session sitting in the edit bay doing voiceovers, and I'd get 3 sentences in, and the producer would be like, nope, stop. Not everybody's from Tennessee. I'm like, okay. And it took me forever to at least get it remotely where it's like, okay, that's good enough.
Yeah, really hard to get rid of that southern drawl.
It really is. I'm just glad I ain't from Kentucky like my wife. Oh my goodness. I know when she gets mad. That southern comes out in her, you think she's going to make biscuits or something.
Oh, Alward is slow on pit road. He's going 15 right now. I think he might have run out of fuel.
Oh no, and he's not going to make it, is he?
He just made it into the box. Wow.
Oh, man. You talk about running it to the last drop, Elward. He might have had to Flintstone that thing down.
Well, I'm glad I'm not running this race because my estimation of fuel mileage was about 15 laps off.
And Henley had enough time to pit on lap 80 and come out in front of everybody else. With the way the pit stops are falling. Even with Kyle Spees, he pitted on lap 69. He is in second position, but there's still a 4-second gap. Henley has just been dominant.
I mean, they cycled around and they cut into it a little bit.
Gets the wall behind him. Sorry about that. Chris Malcolm. I think he might run out of gas. He almost hit the inside retaining wall. But
Yeah,
as you were saying, sir, sorry?
Oh, they chipped into his lead a little bit, but they're going to be on much older tires than he is now, so it's really not going to matter much for them. They're really going to have to hope for this caution to even things back out.
Yeah, 3. Let me see how much. Let's go back up there. Yeah, 3.3. They're digging into it, but it's going to take a lot for the 36 of Kyle Spees to be able to catch up. And we're looking at that competition yellow. I already forgot when we said, so we're going to say in about 20 laps or so, give or take. At lap 100, we'll start looking for it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it should be sometime around there. Thinking about it, looking at the interval, they're gaining on him. I think Paul's not abusing his tires right now. He knows the caution's coming, so there's no reason to burn him up, and they're only going to have maybe one set left. So he's been really smart here, letting him catch him when it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, and Paul Henley's he's got a very high racing IQ. You watch him week in and week out. Henley knows his stuff. Elward now starting to move a little bit. He will be sitting back in. Where's Elward at? He's in the 17th position, but with those fresh tires, he's just like zoom, goes right on past Spees.
He's in a really good spot now for that caution to come out. He's sitting in the lucky dog spot. So if he can just keep Meza behind him, he doesn't really have to worry about running those front guys down. They know it's coming, so he's going to get his lap back. He'll be all right.
Yeah, Elward, he's another one that reminds me of like a Brian Johnson, or a Michael Yarrow on Sunday night, or Larry Yingling that is very calculating in the way that they race. And you might not say their name 3 times throughout the first 3 quarters of the race, but that last quarter, they always find a way to make it up there to the front and race.
And they're really good at doing that, taking little bits from each part of the race and putting it all together to be there when it matters.
Yeah, Elward's showing just how fast he is. He's starting to run down Henley now. Now, he is a lap down. But if he can get on the lead lap, and then get the caution, he doesn't have to worry about, do I get passed by Joaquin Mesa.
If he can manage to get back on the lead lap, he's got going for him is that he can gain a few positions with the pit stop, whether it be he decides not to take tires, which I don't know why you would. But being the lucky dog, it's good to get your lap back, but you know you're going to start at the back of the pack. So I think that's what he's working on right now.
Yeah, and you can see right there, he is quick. Elward hitting on lap 82, Henley on lap 80. So not much difference in the tires, but Elward with the fastest lap of the race of 30.905. That was way early in the race. The 40 of Zeems will take the lead. Look at there. Henley's starting to slow a bit. Either Henley's slowing down or Zeems just getting faster. Oh, Henley is slower than Zeems and Speeds on that lap. Revel running a good lap of 31. Revel pitted on lap 80.
Yeah, I really think Paul's just saving. He knew that caution was coming, so he's just maybe have a little bit extra than these guys.
Yeah, and Elward kisses the wall there. Oh, and there's the caution. I am looking around. I do not see anyone on fire.
If my math is right, I think that's the mandatory one, yeah.
Yeah, they were asking about it for about 3 or 4 laps on the radio. Oh, Chris Woodard keeping up with it for us. See, he's got a pad and a pen. He came more prepared than we did, Collie. Now, you were sitting outside, so I forgive you. I blame myself for the lack of office supplies that we have at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. I apologize to the viewership this evening.
I did the order online, but they said it's in back order, Lee, so you'll get your pads later.
Yeah, y'all got to remember, I don't remember much of anything. As soon as this race is over with and we end the broadcast, I have to go back and watch it to remember who even won the daggone thing.
You should go to the doctor's.
You would think so, but I can do my job fairly well, so I'm like, I'm good.
I don't have an answer for you then, sir.
So the competition caution will come out, and we are on lap 94 of 150. By the time we go green with the 87 caution laps that we have to do, we should be able to race it to the finish. Everybody going to come down pit road, at least they're in the front, for a pit party on lap 94 of 150. Old Wass's name is going to stay out. I don't know if he's going to take the lead or not. Yeah, Watson's face is in the lead. Halloran in second. Henley, who did pit, will be third. Well, it depends on how things shake out. But yeah, Watson's face and Halloran stay out. What happened?
Yep, Ken looked like he just took fuel, but Paul took tires. I guess the reason he was slower was that he didn't take tires during that last stop. He just made sure he had enough fuel. Interesting.
Yeah, let's see how this plays out, Cop.
So you think you know what's going on, and then they change it up on you. got to start all over again.
So is Ledoux going to be his lucky dog? Who is the lucky dog? My timing it, right? Refresh that stuff.
I think it was Meza.
So Ledoux, I think, Shane Ledoux. But Ledoux now just came in. Who knows? I'm confused. We'll wait. We'll know when you do. When they drive right past the pace car. So what's his face will stay out. He pitted on 80, so he did a short pit strategy. Halloran will come in and pit on lap 95. So he stayed out. Don't know why. I guess he thought maybe what's his name would come in. If your number matched what's on my card, then you would get a name. So you're old, what's his face for the rest of this game? Lap 96 to 150, lead Tidwell, Robert Moya, and Brandon Colley. Is it hot out there, Brandon? I bet it's hot, man.
Sun's going down, so it's starting to cool off now.
As we like to remind everyone that we are with you each and every evening except Friday here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting with the eNascar Outlaw League. We're not every week. What am I talking about? We're here a lot of times. We're here Monday and Tuesday. We'll be here tomorrow night at Charlotte, Brandon, in the trucks. And we did our first, was it the first truck race we did was last week? Yes, it was. And ended up being an exciting little race there at the end. So, had some drama to it, had some long green flags to it. And it's interesting to watch the progression from the ARCA cars on Monday to the trucks on Tuesday. And then if you choose to either spectate or participate, the way that they run the Cup cars on Wednesday, all at the same track.
Now, you were talking about the drama at the end of these races, and every race has had something to be excited about with these guys. And looking at this competition caution, I guess you'd call it, that they throw out, if they go back green and don't have another caution, they're going to end up with a mandatory green-white checker.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah, I was looking at the laps tick down, and I'm like, when are they going back green here?
Yeah, because there's still at least one to go, if not two to go. That would be it. That
looks like Robert's called attention to his paint scheme.
Yeah, Mr. Yeah. It seems like the people in iRacing, or maybe even the ones in the race, can see his actual paint scheme, but we're seeing, because you're seeing it on the stream, I'm seeing it on mine. I think Colley's even seeing it on his, a number 7 Skull car, correct?
Yeah. I think the issue there is if you have a custom number car, it will always overwrite any other scheme that you have. Okay, so
yeah, Trading Paints is an excellent service to use with iRacing, but it has its delicacies, so to speak. So as we get set, we are at 1 to go, right?
Yep, one to
Lights
go.
are off. Yes, the lights are off. We are going to go green this time around. And it will be 52 to go. So you're right. It would, if there's no cautions and they stick by the rule, it would be a mandatory green white checker.
Green flag, green
It's
flag.
like a race designed for me. There we go, green flag. We're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Robert Rebel will lead the race. Zeems in second, Lawrence in third, Lawrence fourth. Got some movement going around there with Spees. Spees racing around with Christopher Lawrence, who's now moved up. Henley is on the inside of number 9, Christopher Lawrence. That was the 49 of Dennis Warrens, who was up there mixing up for a minute. Now here goes Henley sniffing to the inside of Robert Warrens. As we break it across the line, these guys decided to race here. As we come out of the front stretch into what, whoop, dipped down below that line a little bit was Henley. Looked like Speeds did as well. We exit too, Brandon. They're starting to mix it up, especially back here for 5th position, Speeds and the 9 of Lawrence.
Yeah, I think they know now that if it stays green, especially if they're watching the broadcast, that they're going to have a green-white checkered. Try to get your track position if you have some tires left.
That's crazy. And I bet you when they made that rule, it never crossed the line. That's crazy.
Probably not. If they were just planning, and they know these guys a lot better than I do, how clean and consistent they are, that it was just going to be a 3-section race with 50 laps.
There goes Henley underneath Warrens. He is going to overtake 3rd position. Speeds is going to fall to the inside and overtake him as well. Now we got a race for the lead. Going to be Ken Zeems and Robert Rebel. Zeems is on the inside. Rebel got a nice run on it too. They almost touched there. Henley will now pull up in 3rd. He has to check up. Speeds right behind him, right on his rear bumper. Here comes Warrens on the inside. Out of 4. Robert Rebel got a little loose there. Remember, he pitted on lap 80. His tires are not as fresh as everybody behind him. Going into 1. Zeems looking to the inside. Now Speeds is going to take the high side on Zeems. Never takes 2nd position. Look at the run coming out of 2 by Kyle Speeds. That, my friends, is what an ARCA car can do. Going into 3, he will have the lead over Rebel. Ken Zeems in 3rd, Lawrence in 4th, Henley now in 5th, going to dive to the inside of Zeems. Looking to overtake 3rd position is Henley. Henley will take 3rd. Zeems will fall to 4th, the 9 of Lawrence in 5th. And now Henley looking to overtake Rebel for 2nd. Coming out of 2, he will do that. Kyle Speeds is trying to check out. Henley's like, not so fast. I got something for you. Takes 2nd position now going into 3. The number 40 of Ken Zeems starting to sniff the inside of Rebel. And then you have Christopher Lawrence right behind him. And then Robert Warrens, who has run good all night. And now Brandon Browning making his way back up. He's in 6th spot. He's going to dive down to the inside of Robert Warrens.
It looks like the cream's starting to rise here.
Yeah, they did some racing now. Browning on the inside of Warrens. He will overtake the 6th position. Fall in behind. Nope. Yeah, he overtook Warrens. Will fall in behind Lawrence. There we go. And now look at it. Go to the inside of Lawrence across the start-finish line. Brandon Browning looking to make a charge here on lap 106 of 150. As we stare a mandatory green-white checkered if we go green until the end. Browning on the inside. Going to race him out of 2. And then you've got a race behind Warrens, the 43 of Gary Rogers and the 17 of Jeff Vickery. They're going to come to the backside of Warrens. Behind them, then Stein and Dennis Warrens. Elward now trying to make a run back up there. It's mass chaos. Dogs and cats living together. It's hysteria here in Charlotte.
And you look and notice the 43 is he's bounced back from that DOL penalty he had earlier in the race. He's making a lot of headway.
Coming down the backstretch, are they going to try to make it 3 wide? Nope. 39 of Robert Warren's going to back off just a bit there. Rebel on the high side. The 9 of Lawrence looking to maybe take the inside. And Will went down there in front of Warren's. And will overtake Christopher Lawrence. Warren's now looking to continue that battle with Vickery. Vickery on the high side. Lawrence is falling back. Lawrence pitted on lap 94, same as the rest of these guys. He lost some momentum there out of 2. And will lose 2 spots because of it. And now Gary Rogers says, maybe I could take advantage of this. Back behind them. Now you've got Devin Elward making his run. Oop, it's off the wall for Patrick Stein.
Oh, no.
Oh, got a spin. It's the 9. The 9 of Christopher Lawrence. And there's the yellow.
Well, that drama's gone.
His hood is on his window. Oh, the 43 came up, got into the side of him. And then the 40, and the 49, the Kool-Aid machine of Dennis Warren's didn't have nowhere to go. He was on that brake, but tapped the back end. And that will bring out the caution here on lap 110, and they avoid the green-white checker mandatory finish.
The drama for the green-white checkered's gone, but I think play some strategy here, and just like always, we'll have another door-to-door finish coming across the line.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to come into the pits here. Spees is not even going to try to fake it. He just dives in. So does Browning. Henley stays out. Ken Ziem stays out. It's like Patrick Stein is going to stay out. Elward's going to stay out. Let's just move everything around. And while we're in caution, we haven't talked about it yet this race. Let's talk about their point standings and where they are here in the ARCA series. I got it pulled up. Your points leader, Donald Scala, not making it here tonight. Paul Henley is second in points with 208. Brandon Browning third at 207. Scala, your points leader at 232 going into this race. Christopher Lawrence in fourth at 194. Devin Elward in fifth at 189. Jeff Vickery in sixth at 186. Tyler Phillips in seventh at 185. Johnny M, not here tonight, was in eighth at 182. Patrick Stein in ninth at 174. And Jane Lauder in 10th position in the point standings with 167 points. So we should see some points being shaken up here at the end of this race, just with people that didn't make it. Your top 5 not pitting this time around. Henley, Ken Ziems, Stein, Elward, and Joaquin Meza all staying out. All of them pitting right at that lap 94 mark. Meza pitted on lap 95. And Meza will dive it in here. He's been pitting 1 lap extra on these pit stops every time.
Well, if it comes down to it, that 1 lap extra on fuel might make or break it. We'll see if it plays out that way. I'm interested to see how well Paul's going to be able to do with slightly older tires than these guys at the back that got fresh ones, because Robert, he dropped some positions, but he was actually able to hold his own on about 10 to 15 lap older tires. So I think if anybody can do it, I think Paul can do it.
Yeah, when we come back green, it should be about 115, 116 of 150. So we're looking at a 35 lap mark to the finish. And it's going to be fun to watch these guys shoot it out and basically a 35 lap shootout here at Charlotte. And in the ARCA cars with these restarts, we saw that last restart. We saw some movement. We saw some racing going on. And to see what goes on with the top 5 now, having what is it now, 20-lap-old tires compared to brand new fresh tires for Spees and Browning and Vickery and Robert Warren, Gary Rogers, and Revel. Let's see how this all shakes out.
Yeah, on the restarts, you want to take as much of an advantage as you can with positioning, because once the tires even out, it gets so much harder to really make a pass. So restarts, I mean, especially with the ARCA cars, they are always dicey and exciting.
Patrick Stein says, nope, fellas, I'm going to go ahead and pit now and get some tires. So Stein goes in, leaves your top 4 in Henley, Zeems, Elward, and Meza without hitting. Let's go to the number 42 car of Joaquin Meza for one reason and one reason only. Because Robert doesn't like the numbers not centered on the door. Robert does not enjoy the offset numbers, either front or back. Joaquin Meza in his Shark Week inspired Chevrolet number 42, the best number on earth, the best number in the universe. It is the meaning of life. And yet, just because the numbers aren't centered, Robert A. Moyer Jr. does not want to show this car on television. Does not want to show this car on the stream. I need some sad emojis being thrown up on Facebook, or even angry ones. Show Robert how angry you are that the Shark Week car needs to be on television too. That the number 42 is the best number because it is the meaning of life. You have to watch the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy if you haven't done that. Joaquin Meza, this is your moment, sir. It is your time to shine on your Monday Night Madness here. eNascar Outlaw League on Freaky Fast Broadcasting.
Oh man.
So Brandon Browning is up to 6th position. Brandon Colley is I almost called you Brandon Browning. Let's just be honest. Brandon Colley in the booth with me. Brandon, we're going to go green this time around. What is the strategy here from the guys that didn't pit?
Not get run over, really. Don't put yourself in a position where you're going to have to hope that they lift for you. That's going to be key, because fresh tires, you don't have a lot of patience for the guys that are slower than you.
Yeah, but and the thing, too, is you've got 2 of the fastest guys tonight up there in those top 4. And that's going to be Paul Henley and Devin Elward, along with Ken Zeems. Zeems has been fast all night, too. Meza's kind of got luck of the draw here. So, Meza's just saying, oh, let's hope that we can turn this into a positive and not get steamrolled by Kyle Spees, Brandon Browning, Jeff Vickery, Robert Warren, Gary Rogers, Robert Revel, Preston Michael, Darrell Alder, Christopher Lawrence, Dennis Ward, Charles T, Patrick Stein, and Drew Halloran. No reaction. Man, it's just like me at home. Nobody pays attention to anything I say. Pace car comes off. Here we go. Going to be back under green. Lap 115 of 150 here with eNascar Outlaw League on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Henley will bring them to the line. Oh!
39.
Is Warrens and Revel. Man, what happened there?
Looked like somebody just gave a little bump on the restart saying, hey, get going here, and went horribly wrong.
Yeah, so let's see what happened there. We come on the restart. Revel bumps him on the restart, gets into the gas a little quicker than the 39 of Robert Warrens, and Warrens then hits the outside wall, comes back down the track, couldn't help it, and collected Robert Revel. And then they pull out of the pit stall and back onto the track, and we will go back under caution. And I guarantee that Joaquin Meza pits this time. I didn't hear him say it. I'm just guessing. And it will be a single file restart because we didn't complete 1 under green.
And that single file restart's really going to benefit those, maybe not the guy in 4th, a little less so the guy in 3rd, but 1st and 2nd. not having to be so stacked up with everybody else, they got a chance to stretch out a lead and maybe maintain it.
Yeah, Speeds was actually able to overtake fourth from Joaquin Meza in all of that mayhem on those new tires. And now Meza will stay out along with Ken Zeems and Paul Henley. Elward. Yeah, there's some mass confusion going on here on the track.
Well, scoring there.
Man. Yeah. What you guys said. We do got the lucky dog going around the top side. Just zooming along. Zoom, zoom. As Warren's is hanging out. Right now it's showing him in 19th position. Yeah, and a lap down, which shouldn't be. It should just be in the tail end of this lap. So, yeah. Interesting.
I think where he's at in relation to the rest of the field, when they get the one to go, he should be wave around, but it's unfortunate he's not going to be able to pit. I don't know if he has any damage from that wreck. They looked pretty clean, all things considered, from that contact. So maybe it's him.
So Robert Warrens had to come in and stop and got a black flag, and he ran over the green cone after the accident. I mean, literally head on. Whoop. And Revel did not touch a cone. So I wonder if because Revel didn't touch the cone, they didn't get him for illegal or unsafe pit entry. Or you'd be a, you know what I mean, the unsafe pitting, iRacing type stuff.
That's hard to explain because I figured because they both slid across and into pit road, with the sim not registering them going through the entrance, they'd both get the unsafe pit entry for the way that they came in. Sometimes that happens, unfortunately. I've been on the end of it. It's really frustrating because, yeah, not much you can do about it.
No, except for shake your fist at the air. Jeff Vickery is on Facebook. Throwing up some little wavy hand. Looks like jazz hands to me. Those are jazz hands. Jeff Vickery doing jazz hands.
I would like to point out.
How's Vickery doing jazz hands in 6th position? That's what I want to know. He's pacing around doing jazz hands on Facebook. Go ahead, Collie. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Say, look who's sitting in the top 5 here on fresh tires. Mr. Excitement, Brandon Browning.
Browning, as you said, in 5th position. Now Warren's got the wave around. Revel is asking about himself, but he did not get one. He thinks he's a lap down. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing in radio communication. Maybe he's trying for the easy win. It's just a strategy, sir. Yep, so we will get set to go green. It will be single file on this restart. Henley and Zeems will be 1-2. Kyle Spees in third on those pressure tires. Joaquin Meza in fourth. He fell back one position. And I was wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong, ladies. I was wrong. And Meza did not pit on that lap. Brandon Browning up to fifth position. Jeff Vickery up to sixth. Gary Rogers, 7th, Preston Michael, 8th, Daryl Arnold in 9th, and Christopher Lawrence in 10th position. Big mover. Baby White stayed out. Joaquin Mesa's up 19 spots, Kylie, from 23rd to 4th.
It might have been a really good call for some track position here. Try to limit how far back you slot to the other guys on fresh tires.
Now Stephen Ford doing jazz hands. When we start the jazz hand crew here. Stephen Ford set in 17th position. He's going to jazz hand it. As we get set. Oh, they delayed the call. Nope, they're going to go. Here we go. Pace car comes off single file. Lap 121 when we cross the line. Paul Henley in the lead. Here we go. Henley will rev it up and get us started as Barney the Black Guy waves the green. And we are back underway with the eNascar Outlaw League on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Henley trying to hurry and get up to a quick lead. Zeems is in second, and look at Spees. Spees has got a lot of momentum. And we got a caution. Sure, exactly. So I'm going to watch the back end of the field. Oh, the 50 got bumped into. Then Elward got turned and put into the wall. Oh, man, Elward got turned by the 21. Shane Ledoux got into the back of the 50. The 21 of Josh Gardner got into the back of Elward. We're going to go back to caution. And now I guarantee that Joaquin Meza will pit during this caution.
I don't know how
Bill
much
Cook
fuel.
Sorry,
No.
Collie. Bill Cook from Newcastle, Indiana, finally joining us here. For Bill waits sometimes. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna hit those last 30. I'm good. So Bill Cook joining us from Newcastle, Indiana. Hello, Mr. Cook. How is your evening this wonderful Monday? Mr. Collie, we're gonna have a pit party. Hey, probably the last one of the evening here. On lap 123 of 150. As all of the leaders come down, except for Joaquin Meza. No way.
Prove you wrong.
I'm telling you. Meza, what are you doing, sir? He said, you know what, Robert Moyer, you're going to show my car. You're going to show my car on Freaky Fast this Monday night. Yes, sir. August the 10th.
Well, it looks like everybody tires that.
Yeah, so it looks like they ended up saving sets. So now we're going to have Meza. Gary Rogers moves up to second. Teed in third. Shane Ledoux fourth. Stephen Ford fifth. Revel sixth. Elward in seventh. Henley eighth. Wow, Henley lost a lot there in those pits. Ken Zeems ninth and Drew Halloran in 10th. Brandon Browning drops back to 11th. That pit stop shook up the field like a Bond girl.
Shaken, not stood.
There you go. You do the shot. You like the Sean Connery, James Bond.
I just know it very well.
Ledoux's going to pit. Ledoux is in fifth position. It's like Elward's going to come in. He's probably got some damage there. No, yeah, Elward comes in. Teed. Charles Teed's moved up to third, fellas.
Making some moves here. I don't know. That was better pit strategy, or if he didn't take tires or what. But it looked like everybody did. I mean, he just had a really good stop compared to everybody else.
So Jason Thunderberg, I want to say that name. Please race. I want to call you. It says the game looks so real. It really does look real. This is an amazing simulation that iRacing has put together and been able to set and call these races like this. To me, it is real. These guys are sitting in their sims right now with the steering wheel in hand. They're driving these laps. We're watching these guys make these moves. We're calling this. I'm literally high atop the press box here in Charlotte. That's where my camera angle is set. Kylie's probably flying around in a blimp. Who knows where his camera is set? But all I know is Joaquin Meza wants to prove me a liar and make Robert Moyer show the sideways numbers here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting tonight.
Back my previous comment, it looks like the top 5 stayed out.
Okay, yeah. So Thunderbird, we're glad you joined us. Does anybody watch Futurama? Because Thunderbird makes me think of Thunder Cougar Falconberg. What you need, it's the most luxurious. Futurama was underrated. It's one of the best, I think, animations they put out there, along with One Punch Man.
Oh Jesus!
Now I'm almost finished with season 2 of Mob Psycho. That's another one that was created by the artist known as One over there in Japan. He created One Punch Man as well. Good show. Good show.
My girlfriend's been having me binge watch My Hero and Fairy Tail lately.
My daughter loves My Hero Academia. She's actually got put together a whole cosplay of something to do with it. I don't know what it is. I've never watched it. I tried to watch one and I'm like, I can't get into this. It just didn't get me.
Blame you.
So we get set to come across the green flag at a grueling 55 miles an hour with our race leader, Joaquin Meza. Who are we inside the car with? I'm trying to figure that out. Charles Teed. Riding along with Teed now. Charles Teed in that 27 machine, making his eNascar Outlaw League debut tonight at just hit my microphone, didn't mean to do that. Tonight here at Charlotte. Teed in that Maynard Chevrolet. Maynard Ferguson. That's a trumpet player. Let's say, why does that name sound familiar? I'm a trumpet player. That's why I know the name. Maynard Ferguson.
Yeah,
Come on, Collie.
And I'm like, I don't know any of this stuff. I don't have any witty retort for it.
But he's driving a mellow yellow car. Mellow yellow's too sweet, especially fountain mellow yellow. Oh my goodness, I can't stand that.
I really don't drink any kind of soda unless it's got alcohol in it. That's about it.
Well, the perfect mixer, the Master Yoda Pepsi machine of the number 12, Stephen Ford, sitting in 4th position, riding behind the mellow yellow car. I don't think we got a Mountain Dew car here. Got a Tide car though. His car will come off. Let's see if Meza can do anything on these older tires.
Green flag, green flag.
And he got a decent little start there. He spun tires, but I heard a come on, man. I don't know where that came from.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, caution.
Oh, no.
Man, I know the 30 was involved. Oh, Shane Ledoux was involved. Oh my goodness, what happened here? Move it on back. Gonna watch it. I'm sitting with a 30 of Daryl Arnold. Arnold drops to the inside, and then the 4 had to check up because of the 17. 49 got into him, the 9, then hits Ledoux. Ledoux comes back down. Elward is like, I can't hit nothing else. Elward snakes his way through and makes it through unscathed, but we will have another caution. These guys can't get a restart here after these sets of pit stops, but we go back under caution on lap 128 of 150, and I guarantee that Joaquin Meza will pit this caution. So Meza brings it down the backstretch, and he's going to bring it into the pits this time around. Let's watch it. 42 of Joaquin Meza. Look, he's passing the pace car. He's like, I'm going to pit. See, I'm going to pit. I'm going to pit. I'm going to... Meza. Dadgummit. There you go. No, Meza. Meza. Joaquin. Pit. Pit. Dadgummit. At least Robert Revel did. Look, I wasn't using my Jedi mind trick properly. I directed it at Revel instead of Joaquin Meza. I gotta readjust. Yeah, my calibration's off.
Go down there and ask Stephen Ford for some tips.
Daggum netcode. So yeah, Joaquin Meza stays out. Will be in first. Rogers in second. Charles T third. Stephen Ford fourth. Paul Henley fifth. As we didn't get much going on that start. And the past two, it's been that way. Is these guys, these tires, they're still fresh, but they're not fresh. And we got a mixture of tires out there, and we've got people getting on and spinning the tires. We got people checking up. We got people not checking up, using that arc brake. Got lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like I mentioned before, really having to watch the wheel spin and single file, you can't see very much ahead of you with a car directly in front of you like that, and guys end up yo-yoing, checking up, and people just can't react.
So we come around lap 129 of 150. It'll be 21 to go. Come on, Meza. You're not going to do it. You're going to run it out. Man. Yeah, Steven, I need as much help as I can get. You should let me ask you any questions that I need to ensure that this broadcast is top-notch quality for the fans of not only eNascar Outlaw League, but Freaky Fast Broadcasting, or anybody that just needs something to do on a Monday night and walked across. No, scrolled across our broadcast and goes, hey, let's see what these guys, let's check this racing thing out. They turn it on. They hear us talking about funnel cakes and Shark Week. Like, I thought I was watching a race. Now you're watching a race. You're listening to the ramblings of a madman. That is what you're listening to.
Looking in the cockpit here of Meza, and it looks like he's put into neutral and coasting around for a little bit. Either that or he's just really bored and just...
People are reacting. Thank you. I need reactions. I need cares out there. Not because I'm a daggum Care Bear, but because I had open heart surgery when I was 2 years old. I need that strength from the cares, from the world of Facebook, via the Wiffies on the interwebs. Yeah, I don't believe that.
You know, Lee, as the guy that first said that, I deeply apologize.
As you should, sir. As you should.
Guilty.
Yeah, you just wait, Kylie. You're going to get a name you ain't going to like too much. I ain't thought of one yet because I'm not witty and have a quick retort like that. But I will have one. Oh, yes, I will. You'll do something stupid, and you'll get a name like Bubble Wrap Yingling or something.
I mean, you had a perfect opportunity on Saturday.
Man, I told you I don't remember the race. I got to go back and read. Now I'm going to go back and rewatch. Oh, yeah. Dude. All right. Curb stomp.
Okay, so the car was just really loose getting under braking, and I was so concerned with not getting into Joseph by overdriving the corner. I hit the brakes too hard, and the rear end swung out, and I just nailed the curb, and that was all she wrote. I felt so bad.
So Joaquin Meza will continue to run, and we're going to do a single file restart again. This is kind of playing into Joaquin Meza's favor here. Watch the Shark Week guy be the one that guessed right from the beginning. The 42, I'm telling you, it's the meaning of life. It's the answer to the greatest question of all. What's the meaning of life, the universe, and everything? The answer, 42.
Yeah.
42, man. Watch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Robert has made us look like an idiot, ladies and gentlemen. He has been talking in our ear. We have been answering him. So, no, we're not talking to ourselves. We're not answering the voices in our head, even though that does happen at times. Not during this broadcast. No, our producer decides to be a troll and talk to us like he's on the broadcast and that you guys can hear him as well. But can you? No. So we sound like we're completely mental up in here in the booth. And, I mean, there is an open bar on top of the press box. I don't know if you guys know that or not. But, yeah, thanks, Robert. Have fun doing the trucks tomorrow night by yourself.
I don't know what you're talking about. Everybody can hear me perfectly finely.
The one to go to green. It would be this time around, and Joaquin Meza will lead him to the line. He pitted on lap 95, but only has about, what would you say, Collie, about 12 green flag laps on those tires?
Yeah, honestly, it's I don't even remember the last green flag run before we had these stretch of cautions.
All right, let's make sure nobody's spinning tires here as we are under green. We're going to jump back through the field as the leaders have made it through. The back of the field has made it through. We shall go into turn number 1 in a green flag run now. Joaquin Meza has the 43 of Gary Rogers diving down to the inside. Rogers will overtake the lead. Meza will fall back to second. Maybe pits now. Meza in second position. Teed is now in third, looking to chase him down. Henley on the outside of Teed, looking to overtake third position behind them. Caution. The 49 I know is involved. That is going to be Dennis Ward.
49 in the 30. Well, that was a bad deal there, Chief.
So, yeah, so the 30 just barely clipped him. The 30 of Preston Michael just barely tips. I mean, man, if he even got into him, that could have been a case of net code. Who knows there? But barely to the backside of the 49 of Dennis Warnes, and that sent him on around. Then he taps the front end as well. That will bring out a caution. I believe we completed a full lap, though. So this could, in theory, be a double file restart. I see if Meza's going to pit this time. Collie Rogers will. Collie Rogers. He's a pirate. Collie Rogers. Gary Rogers Brandon Colley will be our leader of the race. Meza in second, who has not pitted yet, just to prove me wrong. I think my wife paid him off. Henley third, Teed fourth. Stephen Ford will be in fifth position.
Yeah, I think Meza's going to... It's helped him out a lot, these cautions. He had older tires, but unless they just have 10 more, he's gonna fall back. He's not gonna be able to finish inside the top 5, maybe top 10, if it really stays green.
Yeah, so Gary Rogers overtaken pretty easily there. On one lap.
He made that pass look really easy. So he has to pit, I think. I don't see any reason to stay out.
As we have our lucky dog making his way around now. There's going to be Chris Malcolm in the 41. He will be on the tail end of the lead lap now in 18th position. We got 18 cars on the lead lap. That's a fact. Check me on it.
And out of 25, we've still got 20 running.
Hey, wait, yes, that's a question. Sorry, Brandon. I'm going to interrupt you on this. Zach Hall brings up a good point. Have you followed the Freaky Fast Facebook page yet?
Oh, yeah.
Last time I checked. No. Last time you might have liked it, but did you follow? So last time I checked, you had not followed it yet. I invited you to follow, but you did not. Kind sir.
My little tick box says following with the check mark there. So I got you, Zach. I got you.
But guess what? I told you, psychic abilities. Walking Meza into the pits. I'm psychic. I'm telling you guys. I just got to refine my abilities.
And
it'll take me about as long as it took Brandon Colley to follow the Facebook page. How long was that? 3 years, Brandon? 4? It's been a while.
Oh, I have no idea. Yeah, I've got everything. I share broadcasts and all that. Encouraging stuff for age.
You do. You're one of the good guys. Well, one of the ones that we like to see you. Alex Bisson joins us in chat. Charles Teed, he's racing tonight. He's joined us in chat. Henley has joined us. Stephen Ford's been in chat tonight. Zach Hall's in there. Mr. Kenneth Blackburn joins us. Kayla Potter joins us on Sunday nights. Bill up in Newcastle, Indiana, joins us here on Facebook, here and there and everywhere. So we love the fact that you guys choose to spend any portion of your evening with us, and we greatly do appreciate it here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. And our hearty thanks and oh my gosh, what's the Blazing Saddles thing? A hearty thanks and Laurel handshake or something like that. Blazing Saddles. Yep, if they tried to show that these days, they probably would show about 7 minutes of it.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid.
Oh, dude, Tropic Thunder. I cannot believe that Tropic Thunder hasn't got more crap than it has, because everything that goes on in that movie. But it's such a good movie. I think it's one of Robert Downey Jr.'s best roles.
There's so many movies now that are classics that you're like, you really shouldn't show that anymore, but it's still really, really funny.
I mean, Mel Brooks should just be considered, he's untouchable. You got to leave all Mel Brooks stuff alone. He's good.
And speaking of Mel Brooks, my probably one of my favorite movies of all time is Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh, yes. Robin Hood Men in Tights. Over that boy hand. I always wanted to do a stage play of Men in Tights and play the Sheriff of Roddy.
I thought for sure you were going to say something like Little John, and I was like, man, I don't want to see you in those tights.
No, I want to be the Sheriff of Rottingham. I mean, I think I could play that. He did to kill King's Day. Hey, the sheriff of Rhino, man, he got the ladies. Now, he couldn't get he couldn't get what's her face? What's the princess's name there on Robin Hood? Maid Marian. He couldn't get her. She was a hot little redhead too. But you know, the other women, Sheriff of Rotherham, you know, he had it going on. He had game. You know who else had game?
Blinken.
Zach Hall. Zach Hall's got game. I don't know if you ladies know that yet or not. Zach Hall, he races on Saturday nights, World Series of Sim Racing. Zach Hall's got game. And I have not seen Zach Hall attempt anything from the moment I've met him that he has failed at. So yeah, Zach Hall is Big Mac joins me on Wednesday nights up in the booth, and we do Dirt Renegades, and then he pops in here and there. He'll be on a Sunday here, and then be on a Monday there. And but Wednesdays is when Zach and Brian, mostly Zach. Brian only joins us when the cool kids don't want to hang out. They don't come hang out with us. But Zach's there pretty much every Wednesday night for Dirt Renegades. And then I actually kind of crashed their booth on Dirt Renegades. They were doing that way before me.
I will tell you one thing I've noticed Zach fail at. Some shots fired here, but tire conservation.
Yeah, he can't make those micro, what do you call them? Those micro adjustments that Brian Johnson can.
There you go.
And the pace car will come off, bro. It'll be 140 of 150. 11 to go. When we cross the line, Gary Rogers with a nice start there. Then it's going to be Henley and T to the inside. Looking to overtake Paul Henley. Whoop, they door touch going into what? Teed will have second position. Number 40 of Ken Zeems will ride into third. Henley falls back to fourth. Drew Halloran will be in fifth. Oh, there goes Teed. Did Teed get dumped? Or did T just lose it? Oh, no.
Slight contact 40. It was just a mistimed run, it looked like. And just left their right rear and around he went. I don't know how much damage he got, but that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, because it doesn't look like there's any damage on either one of the cars. Just misjudged that ARCA run and that bumper. And T goes around. Man, he was up to third position. Ran strong all night long, and Teed will fall back to 18th. Tail end of the lead lap. Ken Zeems stayed on the radio. He didn't even get an X on that. So that could possibly be net code there, because they got really, really close, but I couldn't find a camera angle where I could see daylight, but it didn't look like it touched.
Looking at it here from the chopper, it's just slight contact, just enough to get the back end to go around. Nothing, harmful there. Luckily, nobody else got involved in it, but it's just one of those racing deals. Matter of inches.
So it's going to bring us back under caution. We should go green with about 5 to go, give or take. Gary Rogers will lead. Ken Zeems in second. Henley third. Halloran in fourth. And Stephen Ford will be in fifth. Brandon Browning sixth. Kyle Speed seventh. Vickery in eighth. Stein in ninth. Preston Michael will be in 10th position. Gary Rogers pitted on lap 110. Stephen Ford on 116. Everybody else in the top 10, lap 122.
Well, all these cautions are playing right into Gary Rogers' hand. Being the control car on the restart, I don't know if they have to go on green here. They've been doing it pretty close every time anyway, but he's got the advantage of getting a good jump, even with slightly older tires. So a few laps left when they go. He's got a pretty good spot here.
Yeah, and it sounds like that Ken Zeems and Charles T, they both understand that was just a unfortunate incident. Nobody's blaming anyone. So good sportsmanship out there with the eNascar Outlaw League, and you got to have good sportsmanship when we've seen some of the things we've seen on Monday nights. Hey, Robert. Hey. Robert's
Hey,
silent again.
Hey, what? No, well, I had to unmute myself so everybody can hear me, so I don't get yelled at.
But yeah, we've seen some crazy action with these
Yeah.
ARCA cars.
Yes, we have.
And we really have, these last 40 laps or so?
Yes, especially here tonight at Charlotte. But I know in the past 2 weeks, man, last 10 laps was nothing but chaos, and even the last lap was nothing but chaos. So we'll have to see what this all plays out here tonight, gentlemen.
Should be fun. Collie, I'm glad you could join us, sir. Feel free to
happy to
come
be
up
here.
anytime.
You're
It's
hired.
been a lot of fun so far. Their benefits.
Sure, we'll talk later.
You get paid?
What? You get iDental.
Oh, as we are cruising down the backstretch. I wish I had a TV as big as that Jumbotron on the backstretch.
Oh, wouldn't that be something? That'd be crazy.
Imagine broadcasting with that.
Right? That's what I mean. That'd probably be too much.
Yeah, I mean, well, my main screen is my 65-inch television, and then I have my laptop running the stream off of Facebook and monitoring the chat. Then I've got my tablet. It's got all my camera switches and statistics and about 47 tabs open. Then I've got overlays on my television that's got my positions and my relatives, my standings, and yeah, there's a lot y'all don't understand. This ain't just sitting around just talking. No, there's a lot more involved of getting this stuff set up, and you could probably launch the space shuttle from how much technology me and Robert's got running right now.
Yeah, I'm right with you. I've got 3 screens, a tablet, a phone. I got my Elgato going. I got my Stream Deck going. I got a tablet going. Plus, I got another program here to run for the overlay.
Did you say Elgato?
Yeah.
You've got a Golden Panther?
No, it's called Elgato. Or whatever it's called. Not Elgato. Oh, my goodness. See, that's why I mute myself.
I'm sorry, I just had flashbacks of The Rock and Stifler.
Oh, The Rundown.
Yep.
Good movie.
I'm muting myself, ladies and gentlemen. If you need me, you know where to get me. Talk to me on chat. I'm a lot better at this than what these guys are. I just run the show in the background.
Robert's the boss. He's the one that makes puts the Freaky and Freaky Fast. He's the one that puts together our production you see each and every night during the broadcast, and occasionally joins me in the booth, but nobody else has it in their heart to come and keep me company one of these random nights that we are on the air, be it with the eNascar Outlaw League on Monday or Tuesday, be it with Dirt Renegade League there on Wednesdays, be it with the Gulf Coast IndyCar League there on the Thursdays, the World Series of Sim Racing on Saturdays, or the Sim Racing Unleashed on Sundays.
I'm going to put a poll up tomorrow night and ask if everybody wants Lee to start the show instead of me. Yay or nay?
That's a dumb poll. No,
well, no, it's a good poll because I apparently get lost to what I'm saying when we start the broadcast.
I just now that I notice that I can read it on the closed caption, I will read it every time.
You know it's bad. I'll let everybody know it's bad. I sit here and I go, okay, I know what I want to say. I know how I want to say it. I know the word. You know, I got it. And the minute I hit that live button, my brain goes bleep, and I'm just all over the place.
Yeah, that's me most. See, when you got ADHD though, then you're already used to that. So I'm used to taking side quests all throughout the day and forgetting what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, my thing is the minute I hit go live, I'm looking at this and that and that and this and this, and trying to get the stream going. You know what I mean? So I got like 5 things at once going at one time. You know how it is back in the the back up here. It's a lot.
You would think with all the licensing and stuff that iRacing had to do to have these different cars, that we could get some kind of regular looking vehicle on the inside instead of these polygon boxy shaped things from Beam NG or something.
Very true.
Pace car will come off, and here we go. It will be 5 to go when we cross the line. Gary Rogers at first, Zeeb second, Henley, Halloran, and Ford round out your top 5. Look at the start there by Gary Rogers. Zeems will follow behind. Paul Henley in 3rd. Did not get as good of a start as he wants. Look at Gary Rogers. Rogers is like, I've got to get this distance while I can. And quickly on the throttle, we're going to all make it through 1. Caution free. Hallelujah. We go into 3. Gary Rogers will continue to lead. Look at Zeems start to make up some of that route. Henley in 3rd. Halloran in 4th. And Stephen Ford in 5th. Browning will round out your top 6. Zeems has ran up to the back now, Collie, of Gary Rogers.
And it looks like Rogers made a slight bobble going in, open up the door for Ken. I think the fresh tires at this point. He's trying to block.
He's trying to block him. Oh, he's still trying to block him. Down to the inside, blocking Zeems. Zeems now drifts up high, gives Henley the opportunity to come out of 4. Henley with a run now on Zeems as we cross the start-finish line. It will be 3 to go. Gary Rogers in 1st. Ken Zeems in 2nd. Henley in 3rd. And Rogers is throwing all kinds of blocks. He is trying his best to ensure no one passes him. And we got a caution.
Oh, boy.
What happened there? Anybody got any ideas?
You're not back forward now.
The 4 of Chris Malcolm. He has been involved in a couple of incidents tonight. What? So the 4 of Chris Malcolm got into the 12. Oh man, the 12. That was Stephen Ford, right?
Yeah, Stephen Ford.
But Ford was running in 5th position. Oh man.
Yeah, it's just coming down to the last couple laps, and he had the hole. I think he may have come up a little bit. Speaking of the 4, and just got into him. It's so close.
Yeah, Preston Michael in that number 4 machine. An unfortunate incident. And we are going to go to a green-white checker. Yeah, what's his name is driving. You see him as the number 7 here tonight. He's actually listed as number 38 on our pylon. His name is Robert Revel. But yeah, we got to watch his name here tonight too. But he actually was on his on the driver chat and was discussing the drivers can see his current paint scheme, but all of us cannot. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt and renamed him Robert Revel. But last night, that guy, I really don't know what his name is. He is what's his name to me, Mr. Cook. So yeah.
Oh yeah, referring to the guy that was running the Earnhardt scheme. That was confusing me throughout the race too.
Right. I mean, people don't understand when you're up here trying to call it off of, especially off of looks, and you're trying to get the numbers down because you got the numbers match up with the names easier than things. And you look at the number on the car is 3, then you look and there's no 3 on your scoring pylon, and then you go, well, whoever that guy is. And Mr. Moyer, just to let you know, my laptop just said, yeah, I'm out of juice. So if there's any chat, you will have to chime me in and let me know, sir. Lap 151 of 153. Actually, we don't know how many we're going to go yet. Green-white checkers. Anybody got an idea of how many the limit is here? Is it 1?
If I remember right from last Monday, it's only 1.
I thought so. Yeah, so this could be interesting, especially with Gary Rogers still out in front on those older tires. We saw him throw the block on Ken Zeems. Will he do that again? It'll be a 2-lap shootout. And then you've also got Henley to contend with. Halloran's up in 4th, and Brandon Browning, Collie, He has moved to Brown and Collie. That's a good name. Brown and Collie. He has moved up to 5th position.
Now, if I'm the 43, he's going to have to block like that again. But he's going to have to understand that the 40 is not going to quite be so nice. Because if I'm Ken right now, I'm thinking, man, we may not get another chance at this. I got Paul right behind me. I've got to go. So if he threw the block and I'm Ken right now, I'm driving through him. And he's got to hold on to it.
Yeah, the restart's going to be crucial here because we did get through a green flag lap. So we'll be starting double file. That will put Ken Zeems on the high side with Rogers on the inside. So the restart could not only dictate what happens on the first lap, but the finish of the race.
It's going to be crazy. We saw the race last week with Brandon Browning making a charge late, and he and Paul got into it. A little bit of controversy, and maybe we'll see something like that again.
A little bit. A little bit. That's a little more. A little bit. That was some. That's some full-fledged garage talking going on there. After that race was over with. As we come out of 2, Gary Rogers in first. Ken Zeems in second. Hindley in third. Halloran fourth. Browning in 5th. And we appreciate you guys joining us for this extended version of Freaky Fast Broadcasting, not just with the green, white, checkered, but we came rolling up into here, not necessarily expecting 150 laps. So, yeah, I ran out of snacks about 45 laps ago. My Mountain Dew that I opened up on about lap 20 is about gone. I need juice in my vape. Yeah.
Well, my glass
one of those evenings
before we went live.
Do what now?
My glass went empty before we went live.
Oh no! You need more mixer with that.
A whole lot.
Here we go, double file. We're going to line them up. Green, white, checker, 2-lap shootout for the win here at Charlotte Motor Speedway with eNascar Outlaw League, the ARCA Series. Your Monday Night Madness here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting.
I'm really excited to see how this plays out. Every race I've watched with these guys has been crazy finishes, and I'm sure that this is going to be no different.
Yeah, especially bunching them all up together, and then let's run it out. And then you throw the wild card in there of Gary Rogers, who has older tires than everyone, sitting out there in the number 1 position. Can he hold it for 2 more laps? Rogers up 5 spots from his beginning position, started in 6th, now in the lead. Zeems up 2 to 2nd. Paul Hindley, he is up or down 2 spots. Drew Halloran up 21 positions. Green. Here we go, green flag, 2-lap shootout. Nice start there by Gary Rogers, and he's going to try to pull out some of that lead. Zeems going to drop down in front of Hindley. Going to open the door for the 50 of Halloran to run it on the high side. As we come out of 2, Gary Rogers has got a nice little lead here, 0.4 of a second. Can he hold it? We go into 3. Halloran and Hindley will be door-to-door through the turn. As we exit 4, Rogers will continue the lead. Oh, almost had some door touch there. Speeds and Warrens, it looked like. Back behind Browning. Browning now drops to the inside of Hindley as we race it into 1 and 2. Look at Gary Rogers. Can he hold on? Gary Rogers leading Ken Zeems. Back behind him would be Henley. And then you got Browning racing the 39 of Robert Wards. And then you got Speeds coming in there as well. Browning's going to slide to the high side. Wards gets tapped, spun around. We race it to the line. Gary Rogers comes across with the victory. Ken Zeems in second. Henley third. Browning fourth. And Kyle Speeds will come in fifth position as we had a spin there at the end. Let's see if we can see what happened. Trying to get my camera around. Oh, they just barely tapped. Bees comes down to the inside, following Browning to the inside of Wards. I think I went back too far.
It looks like. I mean, again, it's turn 3 and 4 on the white flag. You know, it looked like you got off track just a little bit, but you can't really lift there. It's again another really bad deal for Robert. He had a really good race going.
So the 43 of Gary Rogers doing some donuts in the infield to celebrate his first victory of the season here on eNascar Outlaw League and the ARCA cars. At least the first victory that we have called. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to bring our top 3 drivers up. And when we come back, we will have our post-race interviews with Gary Rogers, Ken Zeems, and Paul Henley up next here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. And back here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting with the eNascar Outlaw League finals at Charlotte. We're going to bring up our third place finisher, Mr. Paul Henley, into the booth and turn it over to Mr. Colley.
Hey, Paul, how's it going? Brandon up here in the booth. That was a great race. At one point you had, it was a 6-second lead. How was the track? How was the race?
I don't really feel like I should be in this interview. It was good. I felt like I had the best car all night, best strategy. I had a spotter with me. My teammate Brad Lawson was helping me through and through, and I felt like we were doing everything perfect. And then those last 50 laps were brutal. I didn't know what to do with all those cautions.
Yeah, you bring up the cautions. How much did those cautions really hurt your chance to win? I knew you had fresh tires the last time you guys hit. I think you might have been able to get to the lead if you didn't have that big rash of caution.
Absolutely. I was sixth and had a really good run, got up to third, I think not even a lap. And as soon as I was about to get around third, a caution came out and everybody in front was on older tires. So I just needed just a couple laps to get where I think I would have been in front before the caution came out.
Well, from what we saw up here, you ran a really good race. Great job for third place. Anybody you want to give a shout out to or say hello?
Yeah, definitely. Want to thank my teammate, Brad Lawson, and Joey Neese, and Team 5 Motorsports for getting me through tonight. Really needed that confidence with them and keep me calm. Was getting pretty frustrated there at the end. Want to thank my sponsors, Outside Clothing Company, Untamed Adventures, M2 Designs, Hudson O'Neill, Racing and Sotomayor Performance Horses, and you guys for the awesome broadcast.
Oh, thank you, Paul. Again, good job, and enjoy, man.
And congrats on your second place last night. Good run.
Thank you.
And that is Paul Henley, our third place finisher here this evening. We're going to bring up Mr. Ken Seams, who was also. Oh man, I meant to ask Henley something. Bring up Ken Seams. Oh, I dropped him. Let me put him back up here. There we go, Mr. Collins.
Hey, Ken, Brandon up here in the booth. Second place finish, really strong run. How did you feel about the race?
Race was pretty good until the end there, and we started getting some cautions. I didn't want to see that green-white checker. Actually, it took me a couple laps to get going, so it was a good job by Gary there.
So looking at it before that green-white checker, you were reeling him in. He was throwing some blocks. Take us back to the contact between you and the 27. What did you see from inside the car?
Honestly, I don't even know if I hit him. I mean, I didn't get no action nothing. It seemed like he got a little loose, but I was trying to go to the outside, not the inside. So I mean, I really don't even know if I got into him. It was neck code or what. I don't know. I wasn't trying to hit him. If I did, that's for sure.
Yeah, honestly, it didn't look like a lot of contact there, if any at all, and there was no visible damage to either one of y'all's cars. So, it probably a spot of net code there. But talking about the finish there, and Brandon was alluding to it as well, you were better on those longer runs because you were the restart before the green-white checker. You got up there and was battling Gary. And Gary throwing some blocks there or something. Do you think that if we didn't have that last caution, you would have been able to pass him?
Definitely would have had a better chance because it did take me a couple laps to get going. He had good restarts and stuff, so I can't jump the start. So he gets a couple cars ahead of me, and then it took me a couple lap or so to get caught back up to him. So yeah, maybe. I mean, but he did a good job either way.
Yeah, Gary ran an outstanding race. Well, Ken, it's great to have you up here in the booth. Anyone you'd like to say hello to or give a shout out that might be watching?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my crew chief for the night, Russell Peets. He was making some good calls with the tires and fuel. And my sponsors, AppCar Esports and McConey Setup Shop. And we're looking for more sponsors. So if anybody's interested in putting their name on a car, go check out Zeems Racing or AppCar Esports and get a hold of Chris AppCar. We've run a lot of broadcasts and races and stuff like that. So, if anybody's interested, just check out those websites and let us know. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on that second place finish tonight. And we look forward to seeing you. Let me see. You don't run the trucks. We won't see you tomorrow night. We'll see you next Monday, sir.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, Ken. That's Ken Zeems, your second place finisher this evening, as we bring up our race winner, Mr. Gary Rock.
Hey, Gary, man, that was a great strategy call, staying out as long as you did. How were you feeling about your tires? Because it looked like you were out a little bit longer than the other guys.
Yeah, I was a little worried, but they actually, all the cautions there really dragged them out. I was talking to Ken in the waiting room before, and I told him last time I pit, I took gas only right before one of the cautions, and my front right was at 96%, so it was actually in a really good spot. Then all those cautions kept happening, so I actually had relatively fresh tires, but I was definitely still a little worried because that 4% matters a lot, especially at Charlotte. So
Well, we saw before the green-white checkered, Ken was able to get to you and throwing a couple blocks here and there. What did you see coming out of two? It looked like you got maybe a little bit tight on the bottom and had to check up. Walk us through that.
Yeah, he was right before the green white checkered. He was just a rocket at 3 and 4, and I got a decent restart. 1 and 2 we were okay, and then going into 3 he closed the gap on me crazy fast. At the next lap I threw that huge block on him, and I knew if I did that again he was probably going to wreck me. So I tried not to. Thankfully the caution came out, so I didn't have to. And then the green white checker came out, but. Yeah, I think he was just faster. He was just faster in 3 and 4 than me. I don't know if it was tires or what, but he was quick there.
Well, it was a pleasure to watch that race. A lot of fun, and great job to you putting yourself in that position to keep in front after that green, white checkered. Anybody that you would like to say hello to, give a shout out to?
Yeah, just my wife and daughter. Thanks for letting me race. Appreciate it. Shout out to my teammates, Bobby Nobel and Bielik. Hopefully we get Bobby's paint scheme here fixed so you guys know who he is on the broadcast. But I know it's been an issue. I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, just hey guys.
Well, thank you. Enjoy that really well-earned victory.
Thanks.
And that's Gary Rogers, your race winner for this evening here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the eNascar Outlaw League, as we get set to go over our final standing for this evening. And I wanted to pop a question in your ear, Brandon, when we was talking to Paul Henley, because with Scala not making it, I believe Henley might jump to the top of the season standings. But for tonight, Gary Rogers will come away with the victory. Ken Zeems in second, Paul Henley third, Brandon Browning fourth, Kyle Spees fifth, Jeff Vickery in sixth, Christopher Lawrence in seventh, Devin Elward in eighth, Patrick Stein in ninth, Stephen Ford 10th, Drew Halloran in 11th, Robert Revel in 12th, Dennis Warrens in 13th, Robert Warrens in 14th, Charles Teed in 15th, Shane Ladeau in 16th, Joaquin Meza in 17th, Chris Malcolm in 18th, Preston Michael 19th, Daryl Arnold in 20th, 21st, Matthew Bielik, 22nd, Tyler Phillips, 23rd, Josh Carter, 24th, Kenny Zeems, and in 25th position, which I think he was our admin race administrator this evening, Drew Bordeaux. And that will round out your finishing order for Charlotte as we get set to pack it up. We'd love to remind you that the eNascar Outlaw League here on Monday nights with your ARCA series is proudly brought to you by BlackGate Security Agency. BlackGate Security Agency is a veteran-owned and operated in Erie, Pennsylvania, offering the highest trained and skilled security professionals in the industry. Come check them out at www.blackgatesecurity.com. And brought to you by Choice Ink, screen printing and embroidery. Choice Ink is your answer for all of your custom apparel needs. Start your project today at www.choiceinkct.com or give them a call at 860-554-1500. That is Choice Ink, screen printing and embroidery. Brandon Colley, Robert Moya, we had a wonderful evening this evening with the eNascar Outlaw League. We get ready to at least turn it in at the old homestead and turn back up here again tomorrow night for the trucks here at Charlotte.
The trucks should be a lot of fun, a lot more of the same, and it's going to be closer racing. You're not going to be able to get quite as much distance between you and the other guys. A lot more excitement to come.
That is right. So, all right. Well, yep, we'll catch everybody tomorrow again here, like Lee said, at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the trucks. Going live at 7:50 on YouTube and Facebook. So thank you for everybody for tuning in on both of them platforms. You know what to do. If you haven't done it already, like and follow us on Facebook. And if you're on the YouTube side, don't forget to subscribe and share this to your social media platforms of your choosing. But until then, we'll catch everybody tomorrow night at 7:50. God bless everybody. We love you all. Peace out.